That is good banter.
Oh, hello, Tim.
Holy dooly, Ivan Hocking. Wow, it seems like forever.
Well, it's been a couple of weeks. Thanks for everyone for listening the last couple of weeks. I'll be honest, we recorded those two the Monday I got back from the States. Jesus Christ, I was jet lagged.
Flat
Holy
as a
shit.
Tic Tac.
I was wonky. I was all over the place. I was seeing stars. I didn't know what was going on. So we got through.
You said you didn't have jet lag, but I sensed your clock was a little off. You had a sort of
I was a bit
morning boner at about 3 p.m. You had a wet dream at lunch, and you're a bit off. But you're in good spirits, and hopefully they were good episodes. But this one's going to be a fucking corker. We got plenty to talk about.
This is big. But anyway, what you're looking good, mate. What's
feeling
been
good.
happening?
Feeling
good. Yep.
What's been happening? I've been out and about doing.
Beanie? You got it. What beanie's that?
This is Edie.
The Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles. Edie Asp. I got a fair old collection.
Aspendale.
Yeah, a fair old collection of beanies and stubby holders.
Yeah.
Mate, plenty going on. Well, do you want to?
There's a bit happening.
I've been out doing lots of footy clubs. Been to Bort Footy Club. That was
Sold. I went to Sold Footy
Club.
Yeah.
And great club out there. Real, absolutely fuck all else going on in town. So the whole community was
real
there.
wheat belt up there.
Oh, the wheat belt. Yeah, that's
up near Donald. I've done a bit up near Donald and St. Arnold.
St. Arnold. Yep, that's
same league.
I don't know whether this rumour is true, or this is just one of those stories that just gets passed down. Urban myths. But I once heard that St. Arnold, so they were getting a bit of work done at the local police station. They were getting a new police station. And so they started building away, and the local council's got the plans, and no one checked the plans. And it's only a small
town. They forgot
town.
to put cells in there.
No cells.
Really?
No, they had cells.
They had cells.
But it wasn't until they, because how many people live in St. Arnold? What?
Oh, three
or four. It would be 1,500 max, wouldn't it?
Okay, yeah.
And anyway, give or take
1,000,
and give or take 1,000. Anyway, so they've built this thing. No one's really checking. The locals are sort of watching this thing go up, and they're going, "Just tell you what, it's a big fucking cop station. We're
gonna have to commit some crime.
We're gonna have to really start
firebombing the local pub. And
really, everyone getting on the glass barbie and bashing each other, and really getting some domestics going.
Really get on the rums and
start cooking our own meth. And this cop station just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then all of a sudden the manager, the site manager, who wasn't keeping as close an eye on as he thought, and he's come in and he's gone, oh fuck me, and they've built
the St Kilda CBD, the CI.
No, the Saint in Western Suburbs, Saint Albans. They built the Saint Albans fucking cop shop in
St. Arnold.
And they were like, oh, this is fucking insane.
Didn't they start working out where they said St. Albans, that's 5 minutes from home, and they were driving 3.5 hours each day. No, I think they just what's going on here?
Meanwhile, back at St. oh God, I'm all over the shop.
St. Albans.
It's St. Albans. Yeah, they've built a one cell.
And that's clearly not enough for St. Albans.
Yeah. So anyway, so they've turned the cop station at St. Arnold's into like they've put a gym in there, and it's like a community centre because it was just way too big.
They've got the most ripped cops in country Victoria.
Yeah. Well, they've only got one cop in this fucking 8-story high riser, and he only stays there on weekends. So it was a bit of an overkill, and they've only one arrest a year, and a guy gets a $80 fine for jaywalking, and they've built this fucking $2 billion monstrosity.
He swaps cells each night.
He lives there,
his own Airbnb.
Yeah. So I don't know how true that is, but I've heard that from a couple of people. I might have to look into that.
You've spent a night in the clink, haven't you?
Oh, mate. I used to, wouldn't be a night going out in Wodonga when you wouldn't spend a night in the clink. Yeah,
what were the cells like up in Wodonga?
Got fucking cold, but
would be.
Yeah, no heating in the clinks. I would have Wodonga. I would have been locked up probably 6 or 7. Oh no, probably would have cracked the double figures.
Okay.
But it was sort of nothing back then. It was just sort of cops would grab you and for loitering. They were just trying to, because there's always shit going on out the front of a pub.
So they had to make an example of you.
Yeah.
Tommy, put your cock back in.
Yeah, and I was obviously quite often pretty drunk and
Lippy.
bit lippy, and so they grabbed me. I remember. And there were two main ones. There was the nudie run.
Yep.
Heard that. So that was a big one, and the one I got locked up in Canada, which I think we've discussed before.
May have.
Where they had all the different cells.
Maybe you didn't.
Haven't?
I don't really remember that one.
Oh, mate.
Text us. Hit up the Good Banter Instagram and let us know. Has Tommy told the story of when he got locked up in Canada? Maybe some of your ADHD has passed on to me because I can't really remember it.
Will I quickly run?
Maybe start telling it, and then if
it jots the memory,
ringing a bell.
Yeah, so me and my mate Kevin, we used to always drink at his house, and then we just walk to the nightclubs in a great town where we're staying in Halifax, real uni town.
Nice.
So plenty going on at the nightclubs. Anyway, so we're having a few beers, a few Labatt Blues at his place, and we started walking. I don't know.
You stole the car?
No, this is
okay. Different story.
No, have I told the stole the car?
Yeah, told that one.
So anyway, we're just walking, me and my mate, and all of a sudden we're walking through this park, and these 5 bloody kids. So we would have been 21 if we were a day, and the kids would have been 18, 19. They just started following us, going, you fags and rah, and they basically didn't like us because
sucking
we were
each other off.
I was
sort of fondling his balls.
Yeah, I just he sort of. had his balls in my mouth when they were So look, it was warranted what they were saying. Yep. So anyway, so we're just walking through this park, and they're just into us. I don't know what these dickheads were doing. They're bloody bloody fags, and we're like, fuck, guys, chill out. We are going to a nightclub.
A hand job in a park.
We are going to this nightclub with one goal, and that is to meet some ladies. We are.
Yeah, we are.
If we leave together, we're going to be bitterly disappointed. Anyway, so we've gone to this nightclub. 3 hours later, we've left together. Didn't meet any ladies, and these guys were still out there. And they were. I don't think they were waiting for us. They were just hovering. So maybe you had to be loitering. You had to be 19 to get in the clubs over there. So they must have been under 19, and they couldn't get in. They were just causing shit, and they were into us again. We're like, fucking hell, guys, just relax. And obviously, we'd now had a fair bit of booze, and we started mouthing off to them. And all of a sudden, it was on. And so we're bloody going toe to toe with these kids.
What's your form like? You can't fight. You can't.
Well, I put this down. I would say I joke that my record's 0 and 137.
137.
But I reckon this is my one victory.
All right.
So there was one in particular. Me and him were sort of just swinging arms, and no tactics, as many punches as you can possibly throw.
Just windmills.
Just absolute windmills. Haymakers, just chaos. Anyway, so he's so I've got him a couple, and he's sort of gone down, and then I just heard this. Oh fuck! I saw that one, and I turned around and whoop whoop whoop, and there were police just standing there watching the whole thing. So in the back of the wagon, taking me down the cop shop, and so we've walked in, and there's different cells. They segregate.
Yeah. So there's like, if you're Australian, you go into that one.
Yep.
If you're American, you go to that one.
Yeah. Well, that's so we've gone through it past the first one. It was all homeless people, bums.
Yep.
And they're just laying around, and it just stunk.
They're probably happy though.
Oh mate, they're
got a roof over their
head, running water, a shitter.
Great.
Yeah, for them that's a win. And then we went to the next one. I didn't know there were different ones. We went to the next one. It was don't shoot the messenger. It was all black folk.
Okay.
All black folk in this one cell. It was a big cell. There were probably 15 sort of biggish African American looking folk, and the copper, because I'd sort of formed a bit of a relationship with this copper, and they were good blokes. They were going, "Where are you from, Aussie?" And I was like, "Hey, where are you from, Aussie?" "Oh, Australia." Yeah. Austria, and anyway, so he's gone to open the door, and and lead me into this one with all the
guys.
black guys, and then he's just going, just fucking with you, Ozzy. Get out here. And he's you motherfucker. And so he's taken me down to the next one, which was just all guys like me, just pissed as farts.
Okay.
College guys that had their shirts ripped. And one was thrown up.
So that was everyone who lost the fights.
Yeah.
Everyone who couldn't fight.
Yeah.
We'll throw you in there.
So, but on the way out, they said, well, we've sent an email. We've got all your details out of your wallet, because they had to give me a wallet and stuff. And they said, we sent you a letter back home, and I didn't think I was going to be able to travel again, because I actually got a letter saying I had my day in court over in Canada, and I just didn't show up.
No, it's were you still in Canada when
No,
the day
no,
in court? What? No,
no.
well, you're not really flying back for a day in court.
No, but you'd
In
think
Canada.
they'd have some sort of record that I didn't turn up, and that would be somehow linked to my passport.
Yeah,
So I was a bit nervous when I
Yep.
went back next time, but they'd forgotten all about it, and bingo bango, man.
You're back there.
I'm back, so all
Great.
good. So
Good on you, mate.
to answer your question,
What about the 14-year-old kids you belted up? What did they?
he was.
They got nothing.
He didn't make it. No,
He's
no, he was.
comatose.
He was 18. He was
Yeah,
18.
all right.
He started it. He started.
He
But I
started.
was only 21, and a small 21-year-old. I reckon he was bigger than me.
Yeah. Okay. Good on you, mate.
He was a good fight, all things considered.
Yeah. You were outnumbered though, weren't you? How many of them were there?
30?
Yeah,
No, I think there
You
were
and your mate.
five. There were
Where did
five.
your mate end up in?
Yeah.
the
He
clink
spent the
with you?
night in the clink too.
Right.
Yeah.
Was he in the same cell as you?
Yeah, well, he got there later, I think so. But his dad was pretty high up in the Canadian police. So, that was
he
a bit.
got out.
No, his dad wasn't overly chuffed that he got locked up.
Doesn't
Anyway,
reflect well.
no, it does not.
No.
But, good times.
Good on you,
good
mate.
times. So,
Well done.
to answer your question, probably
Yeah,
10
spent it.
times in the clink.
Okay. Good stuff.
All right. Well, let's no fucking around.
Let's get into it, mate, because you met, we had teased about you meeting a comedy a hero, not even just a comedy hero, a hero of us,
Yeah.
of ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a hero. He's a hero.
Yep.
Like I would say I've met Peter Dacos, who was I used to
Dakes.
wear 35 on my back growing up. I've met Nathan Buckley,
Mm.
absolute hero of mine, even growing up. Once I got into comedy, your Hughesies,
Yep.
your Jimowans.
Yeah.
I think I've met most of the people, besides your Jordans and all that sort of stuff. Within reason, I've met most of them. But this guy I don't think you or I have loved a guy more in the since right at the start of COVID.
I think so, yeah. I'm trying to remember when we got onto his and Joe List podcast.
Yeah, I don't know how we got
talking
onto it.
about Mark Norman. Great. He's come over from the States, and I think I mentioned on the podcast, the one time he comes out to Australia, or he came back in 2016, but he wasn't as big then.
No.
And we're on him at the moment, and I thought, he's coming to Australia. When's he coming to Australia? When I'm in New York.
Yep.
Or when I'm overseas. So I missed out on seeing him.
Mm.
I missed out on seeing him over here, but
And
you
were gutted.
didn't.
No, I did not.
You didn't.
Oh, I certainly did not.
Run us through what happened, mate.
So he had one show at the Palais,
Mm.
and I was like, I'm not missing this. I'm not missing
You're
this.
there.
I actually knocked back a gig for it, and I don't
And you don't knock back
knock
gigs.
back gigs
You'll
for
do
my
any
own
gig.
wedding day.
No.
I had to
Not-
duck off my own wedding night.
You want to miss kids' sport.
Yeah,
You want to not hang out with the family. You're
Comedy
taking
first.
gigs. You are taking gigs 8 hours away,
Yep.
so you don't have to spend time with your family.
Gigs before mates. Gigs before
Gigs
family.
before
I've always
family,
said that. Yep.
Gigs.
So I actually had the girls at work, because it was going on sale. I think it was a Tuesday morning. Had the girls at work all lined up. Everyone had their finger on the button to buy this ticket when it ticked to 10 o'clock. I wanted front seats.
And you're probably thinking as well, Mark Norman. I've never heard of Mark Norman. But he's blowing up.
He's blowing up.
He's not your. I mean, what are the big? If you mention who are the big American acts that people who aren't really into comedy would know, they go, Jerry Seinfeld,
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Louis C.K. Who even we were saying Louis C.K. dropped down a bit.
No, well, he walked out on stage at the Comics Lounge and no one knew who the fuck he was. Probably
Yeah.
something to do with my intro.
No, it was good. Bill
Yeah,
Burr,
yeah, it was
rip
good.
shit on you. It was a great intro.
it was a
Bill
good intro.
Burr.
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr's a big one, but he's still, I've probably got some mates who are like, who are these people?
Because that's the thing these days. It used to be if you didn't have your mug on telly, if you didn't have your mug on the movies or primetime radio, no one knew. Talk show, no one knew who you were. But that's a great thing. It used to be location. You had to be in front of people's eyes. But nowadays...
Location. You've gone the house,
the
real estate.
But it's a similar metaphor.
That's it. Sort of.
Because your location, you had to be in front of people's eyes. But nowadays... with your social media and your podcasting, you can build your own little
a following.
Like our case, a very little following.
Very tiny. And going backwards.
Yeah, I'm backwards at a rate of knots.
Yep.
But anyway, so I got the girls there at work. Do
they know who Mark Norman
No
is?
idea.
No idea. Who is this?
What are we doing here? Do we really need to be lining up to do this?
Yeah.
But anyway,
my own shit to do.
Ready? 10 o'clock. Clink. Everyone jam down. Bang. Pressed enter.
You've ordered 100 tickets.
100 tickets. I bought the whole place. Bought out the Palais. I'm fucked.
Tam's not happy. You've only got a 10 grand limit on your card.
Yeah, it's not good. But no, so we've got 2 tickets, third row, right in the middle.
Ooh,
you can only get 2 tickets at a time.
No.
2 tickets front and centre, third row, and 2 tickets probably off to the side. Slightly, I'd say 7th row.
Yep, that's still good.
Oh, it's still
7th
great.
row. You can definitely you can get horned up over that.
Is there anything more exciting? We did it. Sat on the fence at the Collingwood Adelaide game, like right on the fence. So we're front row, holding the fence. Southern stand. Is there anything more exciting when you're walking down looking for your tickets and you're going, 27, closer. 26, 25, and we're walking into the Mark Norman. And we just go, we are fucking how closer. Because you're like, we're close now, but we're closer.
We're getting closer.
We're closer. And when we sat down the seat, it was just like, fuck me, we are close. We are close. So I rang you, but you couldn't go.
I couldn't go. I said, mate, I'm going to be overseas. I can't go.
You were shattered.
Plus, I don't want to go with you.
Fair
enough. I was gutted. I was devastated because I thought, and I'm working out his schedule. I'm going, is he going to be back in America? He's going to be back in the US, so I can possibly see him. I'm going to the home of comedy in New York, and I'm not even going to see him.
Heartbreaking, but
shattered.
Yep, the show goes on with or without Evans. So I've got on the blow up. I know a good mate of mine, Bales. He's also a fan. Invited him, a mate Edo, and Troy.
Another mate Stumps.
Troy Kinner.
Stumps, Bales,
and
Bat.
Oh, Batman. Batman came. And Troy Kinney.
Oh, great.
So I sat with Troy, the other 2 off to the side. So there was a rumour going around at one stage because when he's in town, he always likes to perform at little gigs. He's a gig pig.
He loves it.
He loves doing gigs. Loves doing gigs.
What's that? It's a gig.
So he'll perform in front of 1,800 people.
He'll come into here and do a gig. He loves it.
Pop a couple of chairs in the corner, he'll be more than happy to perform. And instead of finishing on a high, he'll be like, nah, fuck it, I'm going down the local.
I'm going to eat my ass at a local open mic.
Yeah, which he often does. Because if he goes into a room where people don't know him, he's not for everyone.
No.
He's certainly not for everyone.
No.
So anyway, the rumour going around at one stage that he was going to be going to the Comics Lounge. But then his tickets sold so well that he had to put on a second show. So they moved our 7 o'clock show to 6 o'clock, which was a bit of a kick in the dick. And he put on another show afterwards. So we're like, oh, well.
Get in there earlier.
But he's not going to perform at the lounge. Still, we get to see him at the Palais. So anyway, the 4 of us were at the Espy, chucking a couple of beers back, and
great vibe around the Palais. There,
isn't
the Espy.
Isn't there?
The lights are going. You hear the laughs and the scream of the kids at Luna Park,
and you hear all the groups, even at the Espy, everyone's chatting. Most people are going to the show.
Yes.
There's a bit of a buzz, and it's they're like-minded people, and it's just it's exciting. But I've got a bit of a thing where when I'm going to something, I get a bit excited. I chuck the beers back a bit quick.
You are. You do get a bit. You turn into a bit of a guts.
Yeah, I really.
Bit of a. You're not a gig pig. You're
a booze hound.
A booze hound.
Yeah. And so really getting out 2018 grand final. I reckon I had 7 or 8 beers before the fucking opening bounce. I was excited, but I was sitting back. And it was that last 10 minutes of the grand final, one of the greatest grand finals of all time. I'm sitting there about to piss me pants. My balls, it's like I'm on a bloody beanbag. I've got that much piss in me. I've got a piss fat. My dick's leaking. I'm trying to bloody watch the granny.
It's not enjoyable.
No, it's not enjoyable.
No.
And I said, and it's you got to weigh it up. It's a lot more exciting when you're pissed. You get a lot more.
But you don't remember it.
That's the thing. You don't remember it. So what? Like, so at for example, the Chili Peppers concert, I had the time of my fucking life.
Yeah.
Had an absolute ball. Pissed as a fart, but I can't remember shit. Like, people say, what was the concert like? Oh, fuck, I can't remember. So are you better off having a ball for the time you're there? Because if you go sober as a judge, that's not the same.
But you I found when I was overseas, you know how it's pretty easy when you go somewhere to just pull out your phone and take a photo in front of this, take a photo in front of that. You got 100 photos, and you're like, are you really going to look at those photos? And you go up the top of the Empire State Building or something. You're just taking photos. You're like, well, am I living in the moment, Timmy?
It's a good point. I'm not sure what the connection is with me drinking.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you're drinking, but if you were there and you're just soaking it, because you're soaking it all up, but it's sort of a booze sort of filled soak. So I reckon your head's
But you're enjoying it more. Because I feel like you put your guard down. And you might be different, but I'll fucking pump me. If I'm sober, I'm standing there like a real stick in the mud.
I can't dance,
thinking,
I can't sing along, I can't.
Yeah, but bloody, get a few beers into me, mate. I'll be in me jocks. I'll be on someone's shoulders like a bloody with me. Oh, we've been through this. A smelly beaver in the back of someone's neck.
Yeah, beautiful. So, sweaty festival muff.
And so anyway, I usually choose the get pissed and not remember approach.
Okay.
Which I did on this night. So I was really getting stuck into the booze, and 15 minutes in, I thought, when he came out, it was unbelievable. The excitement. I was fucking that excited. Yeah. And he was, I could reach out and touch him. The excitement in the room.
With a pole.
With a pole, yeah.
The third row. Yeah, sort of
third row. But it's pretty close. It's close. Yeah. I felt close. Yeah. And from the moment he walked out, we were laughing.
What was the roar? What was it? Was it like grand final day where they run through the banner? Like Norman comes out, 2,700 people going nuts.
It was exciting.
It's great.
It was exciting. But I'll get to that a bit later. But so because his two supports probably they found it a bit tough. Straight after work, because it was meant to start at 7 and now to 6. You're sort of seated by 5:30. A lot of people just rushing in. They're not really relaxed.
If you're on the and St Kilda's not if you're coming in by car,
fucking nightmare.
It is a nightmare to get
so
a
people
park.
are probably a little flustered. The public transport, real parking's a prick.
Junkies,
homeless, seagulls.
Seagulls everywhere.
Eating your chips.
Just
a nightmare. So anyway, so I've watched him just an hour of just absolute comedy joy. I can't remember a fucking thing. I could not remember a joke. That's why I'm hoping his Netflix special is that show.
That material.
Yeah. But about 20 minutes in, I started to really need a piss. And by the end, towards the end, I was like, this is a shame because I'm wanting this to end.
Yeah.
Because I'm about to piss myself.
And
you can't sneak out when you're third row.
Well, not in the middle.
No.
You can in the third row if you're at the end. We went to
he would definitely see it.
He would see it, but I think he'd let it pass.
Yeah.
In the theatre you can let it pass.
Yeah.
Right? You got to do a piss, mate.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah, good point.
Yep.
And anyway, great show. Had a ball. They've opened it up. Me and Troy have just fucking luckily they opened these side doors. Because if we had to wait to get to the back, I was about to just piss me pants. So they opened these side doors. We have just sprinted out the side and done a piss in the car park. Got on the phone to me. Troy's gone home. Got on the phone to Bales and Edo. Gone back to the Espy. Getting back stuck into the beers. How good was that? Good times. All of a sudden, boop, 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 get a text message.
Mark Norman.
It's Mark Norman. No, it's not Mark Norman, but it's Dan.
Yep.
From the Comics Lounge.
Yeah.
He said, Tommy, because he knows, because I've been hassling him for a month, mate, you've got to get Mark Norman when he comes to town.
He goes, I know that, mate.
He goes, I know, we've tried, it's not going to work because he's doing the latest show. Boop, 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 boop. He goes, Tommy, Mark Norman's coming. And I said, fuck me swinging.
Oh.
I said, let's get it on.
Come on.
So I told my two mates, and they said, Edo had to go, but Bales was, mate, he was like, oh, let's fucking do it.
Him and Stumps.
Let's do it. So I said, Edo, good luck.
You're going to miss out, buddy.
We're going to the lounge.
We're doing it.
So Comics Lounge, Australia's home of comedy. We jumped in a taxi.
So what time's this? Because he's done that second show, and you start weighing it up. You go, okay, he's done the first at 6. What time was his second show?
I think he only had an hour in between. So 6 till 7, and then he had 8. 6 till 7, 8 till 9. So that was 9 till 10.
Oh, no, wouldn't it start at, hang on, what was the first show? 6 till 7.
And then 7 till 8 off. Oh, so 8 till 9.
8 till 9.
Maybe it was later.
Still, though, it's a bit of a tough commute.
Oh, it's a tough commute. He doesn't know the city.
No, and he doesn't have a helicopter. He's not just going Kobe Bryant over to the
and he's got to settle
Comics
down
Lounge.
after the gig.
He's got to relax.
Yeah,
I think he said on his podcast that he didn't do meet and greets, so he wasn't afterwards getting photos and signing
stuff. He's big on the meet and greets.
Loves a meet and greet.
God, that'd take a long time.
It would, because you'd have everyone getting photos and wanting to sign this and do that.
Maybe the second show he had to sacrifice the meet and greets.
Yeah, I don't think he did many in Australia.
No, okay.
He was saying.
Yeah. Anyway, so Dan said, mate, we're going to have to kill a bit of time because he might not be getting here till 10:30, which is, it might have been 11:15. And
well, they did the same with Louis.
Yep. And he said, we're going to have to pad it out from the normal show. He said, do you reckon?
Have you got 10 comedians that come and do half an hour each?
So he said, mate, you might be able to jump up and be the one that goes before him. And then I was like, oh, mate, that's unreal. And I think
20 beers down.
And I think Dan might have sort of got wind that I was starting to slur a bit. And he goes, I reckon we'll get someone else to pad it out. So, But still, mate, come down. And so anyway, arrived at the lounge and Dan said, mate, let's just pretend you're on tonight. Go and sit in the green room and pretend you're on. So
don't creep him out.
When him and his crew come in, you'll be one of the boys.
You're the man. You're the glue. You're the what's the thing that molds or links everything together? You're
the glue.
Glue. The link in the chain. You're the
cog.
Maybe. Nah, not right.
Anyway, so I'm out the back and I'm still boozing, getting right into the beers, really getting pissed.
It's exciting.
Oh, I'm now it's
this is happening.
Yeah, I'm like a nervous bride on her wedding day.
You're thinking of
just drinking too much. Yeah. So I'm out, and then there was a bit of excitement. They had to get another couple of comedians up because the show had ended, but it couldn't end. They had to keep people there.
Had to keep it going.
Had to keep it going because he was going to be late, and then all of a sudden, a bit of movement, and there he was.
He comes in the back door.
He just came in the back door.
Came in the back door. Hey, what was he? Because he's got a very distinct voice.
Oh, mate.
Were you rock hard? What were you thinking?
I was that excited. Like, as I said, I've met Pendles, I've met Bucks, I've met Dakes.
All right, settle down.
The excitement was more with this. It was just like this.
Well, I think with this is because Pendles and Bucks, you could go down Fitzroy and you could just bump into them.
And I could wait after the G. After a game at the G and they come out that little back entrance.
You could tweet them. You could do a Sporties Day with them where, I'll tell you what, Mark Norman's not coming from New York to do a fucking football club Sporties Day.
No.
Who knows when he'll be back?
This is like a Tom Cruise or
I think it's bigger than that.
Yeah, bigger than Cruise. He does his own stunts.
Cruise, he's fucking down the bottom.
Cruise is a fucking weird.
His head's looking real weird as well. Have you seen it lately? It's real shiny and spiffy.
Did you see the stunt? His own stunt he did in that latest movie he's done?
No.
Rides a motorbike off this fucking. Like you wouldn't even call it a cliff. Looks like the end of the world. Like
okay.
He's got a parachute
pool. You're right. So he does. You got to give it to him.
You
for that.
Got to give it to him.
Got to give it to him for that. There's a lot of other flog behaviour that you don't have to give it to him.
No.
For.
He's an A-grade weirdo.
Yep.
Anyway, so we're sort of chatting, and you feel like, and there's other comedians here that aren't really into him.
They don't know who he is.
They know of him, but they didn't. We have listened to. Like I scroll sometimes to try and find an episode I haven't heard. I
Yep.
can't find one.
It's like porn, where you start, you
Yeah.
look at all the MILF porn and then you go,
I've finished this.
You're up to page 10
Yeah.
of the MILF porn.
I've seen
going,
it all.
I've seen it.
I've seen it
I've
all.
seen it. Where do I go from
And
here?
I've enjoyed every second of
I've
it.
loved
Yeah.
every second of it.
Yeah.
I'm probably not as sore as when I listen to the podcast.
It's a different sort of
different
enjoyment.
kind of enjoyment.
But it's still...
Yeah, you don't go through as many socks listening to the podcast, but
no. But,
still good times.
Still socks.
Yep.
Anyway, so I feel like saying, guys, I feel like just shaking him and going, mate, you and me, we're similar. We would be friends. Don't worry about these fuckheads.
No, they're
Fuck them off.
losers.
Yeah.
Get out.
And so he's sort of hovering
So
around.
what's the vibe? What's the is he like it? Because Dave Chappelle, he rolls with about 30 security guards.
No. Well, it's him and his wife,
mate.
and his two support acts.
Youngblood
and-
and James McCann.
Yeah, and one other guy who I think was like a tour.
Yeah, probably a tour guy.
Yeah.
He said he was very good, the tour guy.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, and they're all sort of
That'd be a great
crowding
job.
him, and I was like, I want to get in there, but and then anyway, so they've all got up on stage. The two, he let his wife get up because she's starting to do comedy. I got to tell you, she had a fucking stinker. She did not
Okay.
get a single laugh.
All right,
And
all right,
so
okay.
she bombed. His two supports got up and just copped it up the arse. Because the crowd was late.
Late.
People were starting to leave. So you sort of, what time's it finish? We'll say at the latest, 20 to 11. But it's now 11:15.
And some people have been there since, if they've had a meal there, they've gotten there at, say, 6 or 7. And they're like, I've got to get out to
they got babysitters.
Craigie Burn.
Yeah, shit is ditch.
And get on the
Methamphetamines.
Ozpot.
And this
Keep me
is
awake.
and this is neither here nor there, but there was an Italian comedian on that night, was the headliner.
Oh,
And Italians, God bless them, they support their own. So probably 70% of the crowd was
Italian.
and which Italians, and they love their own humour. They talk about Mumma spaghetti and living at home, and it's just Italians love it, but everyone else on the earth thinks it's fucking appalling comedy.
Oh, mate. I love it when you just get a solid half hour of Mumma spaghetti.
Mumma
here.
and it's
Mumma
just
spaghetti.
But if you're not Italian, it's fucking
You're
dog
like,
shit.
mate,
It's,
I don't like garlic bread.
I'll be honest, it
Mate,
hasn't evolved for a very long time, the Italian comedy. Nope, but keep at it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, Italians. So good on you. So anyway, so they're getting up, and it's a lot of Italian. So they're missing a lot of the jokes because they're clever jokes, and Italians aren't. So they're missing
Need
a lot
a few
of
more pasta gags.
Does his mum even cook spaghetti?
What about the fettuccine?
How long did he live at home for?
Yeah,
Look, doesn't make sense.
What, he's moved out. He's 39 and he's not living at home?
Yeah, it doesn't. He's not dressing up as a woman and saying "Mama spaghetti." This is crazy. Is this comedy? Is this even comedy?
Mate,
So anyway,
got a hairy back?
So the crowd's missing the humour in it because they're verging on mentally retarded. So anyway, so Mark Norman's come up, and it was great seeing him in a huge at the Palais, with all his own people, loving it. But as a fan, seeing him have an absolute stinker in front of 250 ethnics. Was,
So he comes out, and a lot of them, they're like, nah, who is this guy? What's going
they
on?
have
Was it the
no
same?
idea who he is.
Yeah.
They got no idea. There's a line of comedians at the back loving it.
Yeah.
There's a few people floating around that there was a bit of excitement.
Maybe they thought Sushi Mango was coming out.
Sushi Mango. Is Acropolis Now on again?
Is
Are they
Acropolis
showing
Now?
old episodes of Acropolis Now?
It's Robert De Niro out.
So he's got up
I don't know.
and he's doing jokes about how we treat our Indigenous and all this. And it's like pretty dark and sort of, but funny stuff. And so the Italian, there's people walking out.
Yeah,
there's definitely people walking
They're
out.
over it. They got a pot of fucking pasta on the stove at home.
Yeah,
They're out of here.
They're out of here.
Their
So,
mum's calling them, going, "Get home, Gino.
Yeah.
You fucking just because you're 45.
Yeah.
I'll give you one night off.
Yeah.
Get back to the spare room, mate."
Don't forget tomorrow's spaghetti day. So
That's it. We're making
Mama's cooking spaghetti.
We are making Woo! Sausages tomorrow.
Yeah, and we the front yard's all made out of concrete. Yay!
You got to hose the concrete down tomorrow, Gino.
So anyway, so they've got off stage. It was a bit of a fizzer of an end, but we enjoyed it.
Oh,
and I thought this is
the moment.
This is the moment.
This is the time.
So I've gone backstage, and they're all, you forget that they're to us they're heroes, and they're probably he'd be making millions now, like a lot of money now. So he's doing pretty well.
Well, he sold out 2 shows at the Palais, 2,700 people.
Yep.
And but that was just in Melbourne. He did, I think, maybe 2 or 3 shows in Sydney.
Yep.
Went over to WA,
Yep.
New Zealand,
Yep.
Brisbane, Adelaide.
And a ticket was, I think I paid $70 a ticket.
Beautiful.
What would he get out of that?
30? Maybe. You got to pay, obviously, the tour manager, and you got to travel around a bit. But, it's a bit of...
You're still taking home a bit of cash.
It's a bit more than what we got from doing our live show at the Rubber Chicken.
Although a higher percentage was going into our pocket.
That's true.
That's true.
That's
Expenses were down,
Yeah,
but the money coming in was well down.
That's right.
Well down.
Yeah.
And production value was next to nothing.
Yep. Just the toilet.
Just the shitter.
Yep.
Which we meant to take back, but got pissed and rolled it down the street on a
street.
On
Some homeless blokes.
Yeah. So anyway, so I'm going. This is my time to shine. I know him. I know his personality, and as I said, he's big, but he's still human. And they're all bummed out. His missus is about to top herself because she had such a stinker. The support acts got their shoulders shrugged, and they're down the dumps. And even Mark's going, Jesus, tough crowd out there. And so I've gone in. I go, boys, mate,
fuck these guys out there.
Yeah, I said, mate, just so you know, it was the headline act was a bloody Italian, and they've got their own sense of humour, and they're fucked. You guys were great. No one would have gone well out there. They came to see someone. You certainly were. You were about as far from that person that they came to see as possible. And you sort of saw his eyes spark up. And he goes, "Oh, thanks, thanks, buddy. Yeah, no, that's good. That makes sense. And I said, mate, I was at your show tonight, and all of a sudden he's like, I'm like, fuck, I'm in here. I'm in here. And then I just leaned in for the kiss, and security dragged me away.
Okay.
So so then I said, oh, what show? He goes, oh, what show? And I said, I was at the first one. He goes, the second one was a ripper. The first one we all thought was a bit flat. No, I said, I thought you were pretty good. And I pointed to his support acts. You guys fucking bombed, though. And they were like, Jesus.
Yeah, who's this guy?
Anyway, so we got chatting, and then we got a bit of a chat on. It was really good, and I thought, do I ask for a photo? Fuck it, I'll regret it if I don't.
Yeah. Did you tell him you listen to the podcast? You're mate. A choose gay. What are you saying?
I said, mate, I'm a huge gay, and he goes, oh, fantastic. And I said, big, say hi to Joe and rah rah. And I said, oh, mate, and then, because my mate Bales was, because I thought another way in. His wife was looking she was down the dumps.
Yep.
And because she had a stinker of a gig, and no one was really paying her much attention. And I, because we listened to the pod, I know they're newly married, so I thought she's another way in. So I was sort of getting it. I said, do you want a drink? And she goes,
how's the marriage going? Is there any chance you thing like you might be on the rocks?
Yeah, so my mate was getting pretty chatty with her, actually. She quite liked the Aussie.
Settle down, Stumps.
Old Stumpsy.
Yep.
And anyway, so I said, do you want a drink? And she goes, no. I said, go on, I'll get you a drink. What do you want, champagne or wine? She goes, champagne would be nice.
They do have a good collection of champagne and wine there at the lounge there, mate.
Yeah.
It is top notch, mate.
You go for the comedy, but you stay for the spearmanty. That's for sure. So she's had a sip of that. She's throwing up. And
you're rubbing her back.
No, she was pretty. She was pretty impressed. It was they were impressed with the venue. Phenomenal.
Yeah. So anyway, venue on Australia.
So we're now on stage. They're about to leave. I've had a great chat with them, and then I remember had this. I was sort of hoping he would go to the lounge. I still, although Dan said it wasn't happening, there's a little bit of me hoping. So I came prepared. I don't know whether I told you this.
No.
Because they often talk about at shows people give them magic mushrooms and they give them
bag of weed
or gummies or something like that.
Yep.
And so I had I got a little 10 Dexies. I put in a little nice little baggie. Yeah,
a little baggie.
So I said, guys, do you want these?
That's nothing. They got oxy and fentanyl in the States, mate. These Dexies are.
I thought it'd be
child's
but
play.
you can't bring them
Might as
over.
well give me fucking Panamax.
All right. So anyway, he goes, oh man, he goes, what are these? And I said, so it was at this stage it was just me and him and his wife. So
Okay, so where's everyone else? Or you sort of cornered?
no, they've sort of
he came over because you're getting a bit creepy with May.
yeah. So
Yeah.
when any one of the others would go to the toilet, I'd follow him and I'd grab him and I'd go, you fuck off home now.
Yeah.
You fuck off home.
Yep. Good.
And so they were slowly dwindling, and so it was now just me, Mark, and May on stage. So I've said,
the crowd's gone, obviously.
no, they're still watching. Going,
Still watching.
Why
I still
did-
don't get this
why-
mum's spaghetti
why
shit.
why is that Tom guy on stage?
I must admit, I've seen his shoulders. He's got Italian shoulders.
He could
They
be Italian,
are hairy.
and he does like Mumma's spaghetti. So I said, I know you. I listen to your pod and and do you want some? I got some of these, and May goes, oh, what are they? And he goes, and Mark goes, oh, beauty. He goes, are they uppers or downers? And I said, oh, they're uppers. He goes, fuck. He goes, mate, we've got enough uppers. We need some fucking downers. We can't sleep. We can't get to sleep.
Well, listen back to your set, mate. You got
Yeah.
down.
How about we just get May to do a tight five? Fucking put us.
Oh, we love you, mate.
mate.
Jesus
Love her.
Christ,
She
we
wouldn't
love you.
listen to
Oh,
this.
fucking
Nah, she's a
hell.
ripper.
Yeah, she's good.
Just had a rough gig.
Yeah,
And
as we do.
everyone
do.
does. So
I do.
and they've said, mate, we got uppers coming out of our ass. We just need some downers. We can't
Downers.
sleep. And then they go, mate, thanks heaps. And then they go, mate, great to meet you. So, and then they've gone to leave, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to kiss him.
Oh,
No, I said, I'm going to say something.
Yep. Because at this stage, have you got? Because there's so much happening, and I know when it's all happening, does he get the vibe that you're a big Tuesday, or is it just a bit of a hey, well, there's so much happening, sometimes where you're like,
I think I was. There was a bit of I wanted to show that I was different than the other guys.
Yeah.
I love him,
mm.
and
Did you wear your I Love Mark Norman t-shirt?
no, I tried.
Should have worn that.
Tried to wear something fairly normal.
Okay.
Something that he'd wear. Yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, so about to say goodbye, and I said, mate, before you go, and look, I'm pretty pissed. I just want to say that you got. I don't reckon. Forget how I said it. You can imagine I was
20
slurring.
beers down, you're slurring.
But I said, mate, I don't reckon another person has had more of an influence on my life in the last 3 years.
Oh, so you're getting
you
deep.
got me through COVID, mate. Yeah, and I started talking about how you sort of showed that shit gigs are all right, and to own
Yep.
it. And he goes, oh man, you got to. And we had, and then he goes, mate, really appreciate you saying it. And May was like, oh, that's really nice. And then they went there, and it was just a.
And you got the photo.
Got the photo.
Got the
They
photo.
left, and I thought I said what I wanted to say, and I bloody
You're content.
just went and they left, and I just rubbed one out on the lounge on the
Mm.
stage at the lounge.
Is there a little bit of great? That is good. Did you mopped it up?
No, it's still there.
Still there. Okay.
Yeah.
But do you have how you get that sometimes, and it's such a high, it's such a buzz. Was the next day a bit of a downer? Did it feel like a downer, or did it feel like that was great? was obviously
no,
great.
no. I was on a high. I was
On
even
a
on a high. Even when I went to work on the Monday, I was had a bit of
still
a spring in my step.
great.
And yeah. No, it was good. Yeah, it was good. I would have loved to, because in WA, he stayed there for ages, and all the
and he was doing all the open mics. He
and
was
all the
doing-
locals got to hang with him.
Yeah, I
and-
know.
Yeah,
I
so
know.
we
He
were a
was
bit
only-
unlucky in
He
Melbourne.
was only there for a night. He was only
Yeah,
there for a
but,
night. But well done. That's great to
mate.
hear.
But a huge thanks to mate Dan at the lounge.
Yeah.
And Grant Lee, like they.
Well done, boys.
They could have just not texted me, but they texted me.
They
and
knew
and
you
I
were
was in
big-
the green
big
room
guy.
with them, and it was a pretty special moment.
It is a great moment.
Yeah.
And, that's a great thing.
They say never meet your heroes, but
But you did.
I did.
And you bloody came out great.
Yeah.
It's, well done, mate.
So,
I'm
so
bloody
then
jealous.
you were, because you missed out on all this.
I missed out on all that, but I'm over in New York.
Yeah.
Over in New York, and last week we were. I'll whip through this.
No,
because-
I didn't mean to look then. I was thinking, fuck my story. rounded on
No,
a
that's
bit.
fine. That's fine. It was good.
It was a big moment.
It was a big moment. Big moment in your life. Big.
Yep.
Maybe not as big in Norman's life, but
No.
no, that's the thing. Oh man, he would have met some people, but just
Yeah.
Jesus, yeah, we love him.
Well,
We
even
love
at
him.
my level, people that come up after a gig,
Yeah,
and some like people come up after a gig, g'day,
Not
and you have
many,
a good
not
chat
many
with them, and
at my
then you
gigs.
might see them like 4 years later, they go, I remember I met you at bloody South Belgrave. And you're like, mate,
No
no
idea.
way. So
No
times that by about 1 million,
idea.
and that's where those guys are
That's
at.
where they're at.
Anyway, so you're in New York.
I'm in New York, and like I said, we've organised the accommodation. We've sorted the accommodation out. It's not where we want to be, but we're down near Madison Square Garden.
Yep.
And so that's the Saturday. We're checked in. On the Sunday, we went for a bit of a walk around. But this is my time to shine, New York. So Kristen, she's organised everything.
She's at her One Tree Hill.
She's at her One Tree Hill. She's organised the flights. She's organised
The topless car.
The topless car. She's organised the topless waitress.
She's got her hat.
She's got she. People were asking about the hat store. She didn't buy the hat. Out of everything, did not buy the hat.
Buy the hat.
Yeah, well, she bought too much One Tree Hill merchandise.
Yeah.
We ran out of
Couldn't
fucking
afford
cash.
the hat.
Couldn't afford the hat. And like I said, she's organised everything. Dance, she's organised accommodation. She's organised transfers. She's organised this.
Yep.
She's organised that. She said, Evan, all you got to do, you got one thing to do, buddy. You organise the comedy in New York City, mate.
That I can do.
I can do that.
Honey.
I know where to go.
Yep.
So I thought we went to a shitty sort of comedy night on the Sunday night, Broadway Comedy Club, which I think is sort of like your Aldi sort of comedy club. We the way we got tickets for that was we were just walking up and down near Times Square, and these blokes like, hey, how you going? Do you like comedy? Oh, hey, comedy, ha, ha, ha. You want some ahas? I said, shut up, fuckwit. But he goes, hey, Broadway Comedy Club is selling tickets. Like he's spruiking.
Yeah. That's what they call it. And then you go to the show and that guy that sold you the tickets on stage.
On stage, yeah. So
loses a bit of cred.
Yeah, he fucking talked me into it on the second day there.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Because they've got that little flyer and it's got like all these famous people on it.
Yeah.
They've
and
never
I'm like,
set foot in the joint.
Like I know the good clubs in New York. I'm acting like I fucking live there. But Comedy Cellar. Yeah. New York Comedy Club. Gotham Comedy.
Yeah.
We hear them, all the acts, all the New York acts, like Norman and that, talk about the clubs. But lucked out a bit with the Broadway Comedy Club. Went in there. It's not a bad club, but you're sort of getting like I said, it looked a bit open mic-ish.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. So
got to start somewhere.
Got to start somewhere.
What was the ticket?
Ticket. Well, he was...
Is it 3 drink minimum?
Two drink minimum.
Okay.
2 drink minimum. I think we got our tickets for like $20 each.
That's all right. And a drink's 15?
Drinks like, maybe $8 a beer.
Okay.
Maybe 10. Yeah. Like I said, you had the service, you had the tip, and she's an expensive night. But forget about that.
You're on holidays.
You're in the Big Apple. Chomp, chomp. So we did that. Monday, we went down to, don't know what we did Monday, but I thought, what I'll do, I'll organise some tickets, or we'll go to the Cellar.
Yep.
So Monday, I look online, and there's a 9:30 show at the Comedy Cellar.
Good time.
Biggest club in New York.
Yep.
So, fucking 9:30. Kristen's like, mate, just you organise the comedy. You got one thing to do. All right. So I said, all right, we'll go down to the Cellar.
Yep.
We'll get on the subway. We'll go to the 9:30 show. Now, for those who don't know, there's like 3 different rooms at the Comedy Cellar. There's the Village Underground. There's another room.
I didn't know that.
There's 3 separate rooms. So that's when they talk about comics can do like 5 sets in a night.
Yeah.
So there's 3 different shows each, and they're sort of staggered. So you can go from, I've got a 7 o'clock show at the Village Underground. Then I've got a 8:30 spot at the Cellar, and then there's another room.
Oh,
so
how good's that?
That's great, and it's all in the same section.
Yeah.
So it's all great. So I thought, all right, no dramas. 9:30 Monday night. How busy can it be?
Monday night,
because Kristen's like, you got to book for it. You got to book
every night. Saturday night in New York City.
Well, that's I just thought 9:30 Monday night. How busy can it be?
Oh, you're an idiot.
Well, here we go. So we turn up. We've caught the subway out. Kristen's given me one job to organise the comedy. First crack at the Comedy Cellar. Go to the first room. Sold out.
So you didn't pre-book tickets?
I didn't pre-book tickets.
One job.
I know. Go to the main room, sold out. Go to the third room, sold out. I'm like, what the fuck? It's Monday night. And it just says, but there's a standby list. So, but I've cracked it. So we turn up, the doorman's there, big bloke, big Afro-American bloke, and he goes, "We'll put you on a standby list. What's your contact number?" And I said, "Well, we don't have a contact number. We're fucked because we've got no phones. We've got the phones, but you need the Wi-Fi to ring the phone. So that's no good." So now I'm like, "Oh, fuck this. This is bullshit." But they're taking names for the standby list.
Yep.
So we're about 10th on the standby list. I go, fuck.
So what has to happen? Someone's got to have an accident on the way to the gig or something.
Either people who booked have to get mugged and bloody robbed on the...
So New York City, you're a chance?
New York City, you're a chance.
Big chance.
Yeah, so they might not turn up.
Yep.
And I'm starting to think that maybe they don't say if it's 120, maybe they don't sell 120 tickets. Maybe they sell, because they know people are going to rock up without booking.
Yep.
Maybe they only sell 100 online and leave about 20, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
So this is where the standby list comes into play. But
Makes sense.
I've sort of got a bit shitty at myself.
Yep.
I'm like, one thing, I've fucked it up. So I'm like, fuck this. They can't bring us.
Yep.
We're 10th on the list. There's no way we're going to get tickets. Let's just go home. She goes, no. She talks me down from the ledge.
Yep.
And goes, let's just, the bloke on the door, the doorman, goes, guys, the standby line is just around the corner. So at this stage, it's about 9 o'clock. Show starts at 9:30.
Okay.
He goes, just go around the corner, stand in the standby line, and let's just see what happens.
See what unfolds.
Like, yeah.
See, he's seen it all before. He knows.
He sees it every night.
Yeah.
He sees dumb fucking tourists come up, go, I haven't booked tickets.
Yep.
Can I get tickets? He goes, you should have booked your fuckwit.
Yep.
But we'll put you on the standby list.
Yep.
So we go around, we're standing there, I go, if we don't get in here, I am not going to hear the end of this.
No.
So, all right, gets to 9:30. Standby list, the line's building up.
Yeah.
Building up.
Behind you.
Behind me.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, is that the way it works? Is it just the first in, best dressed?
Well, I think that's the way most queues would work.
Okay.
It's a pretty shit queue if they just start from the back.
Well, this is
Or
how it
just
works.
start plucking people from the middle.
This is how it works.
In
'cause
New
I
York
thought-
City.
Yep. So everyone goes in who had got their tickets,
Yep.
and then they go, all right, stand by. We walk around and go, it's like you're in school again or something.
Yeah,
It's like,
yep,
come
yep.
on, guys, come over here. And then everyone's standing out the front of the Comedy Cellar who's in the standby list.
In a queue?
In a queue
Yeah.
or just milling around.
So there's
milling
some
around.
sort of order. A bit like hanging out at the bloody the deli, the supermarket.
Yeah, pick a number. All right, 32. Where's 32? What do you? I'll get a block of Danish feta.
Okay. Yep.
Anyway, so they start. This is how they do it. They start going down the list because they've got envelopes with tickets in there.
Okay.
So they come out, and this is a little surprise. So they're going, Roger, are you here? Roger, where are you? And Roger goes, I'm here. All right, 2 tickets for Roger. They start giving Roger a ticket. They
Roger.
go, Matt comes up. There's 4 there. So
That's
they
a
give away
common name. I think a few would have come forward
a
with
few
Matt.
Matts, but obviously they're going down the list.
Yeah.
It's getting down. It's getting, all right, 3rd person, they take tickets. 4th person, we're 10th on the list. 5th person, they take tickets.
Oh.
6th person, they're not here. Ooh, that's good. That's good.
That's a win.
good. But I'm looking at the envelopes. They're going pretty quick. They are going quick. And I'm like, all right, 7th person, 2
It's
tickets.
like,
See you later. The envelopes are going.
It's like the Bachelorette.
It is.
Waiting for your rose.
I walked up with a rose. I said, come on, get me in. This is crazy. So it gets down to the 9th person. And they go, their tickets are gone. I'm like, oh, my God. It's like, what's going to happen here?
Attention.
And then they go, Evan. And I'm like, yes, it's us. And they go, all right, we've got 2 tickets, but they're single. So they're separate tickets. I said, perfect.
Yep.
I don't want to sit with my wife.
That's
Just
a win.
Get us in there.
That's a double win.
Get us in there. So we
I'm
are
in.
literally the last tickets to go into the Comedy Cellar for the 9:30 show. Went in there. Who jumped up? Sam Morrell. Dave Attell wasn't on that one, but checked out the 9:30 show. Bingo, bango. Great.
Unreal.
Hour and a half. Great show. and I thought, all right, I'm not going to make the same mistake.
No.
All right,
Fool me once,
don't fool me twice.
don't fool me twice. You know the saying.
You know it. So the next day, I get up early, and
Get in the queue.
I'll book tickets.
Yeah.
Get in the queue. Am I on the standby list? Yeah, stand there for 10 hours till we open, champ.
You could just get a ticket. No.
Could just get a ticket.
Worked for me last night.
No, well, what happened, I started looking at it. It's sold out again.
Okay.
Comedy Cellar sold out. But on the Tuesday, we're going to the baseball.
Okay.
We're going to the baseball, baby.
Going to the ball game.
Going
Going to roll the arm over.
Going to swing and a miss.
Swing the old bat at the little ball.
That's it, mate. So we headed it's out in the Bronx.
That's in the Bronx, all right.
You been to the baseball?
Yeah, been to Yankee Stadium.
Yankee Stadium. It's
exciting. It's a good, real. You're pumped. You walk through the gates and then you sit down.
Before the game, it's like a party.
It's a party.
This is a Tuesday night, and there's people selling hot dogs. There's people selling fake hats, which fucking we bought those ones because they were a lot cheaper.
Not cheaper.
Not
Were
cheaper.
they the nacho hats?
Nah, I didn't quite go the nacho hat. Just went the Yankees hat.
Yeah, okay.
Don't know where I've put that. Anyway.
Yeah. The only bad thing about going to baseball is the baseball. She's a boring old fucking sport.
Well, I tell you what. Fucking hell, it's a good atmosphere in the crowd, though.
Yeah.
Good atmosphere in the crowd. And you go there, and I thought, I'll just buy a beer. I'll buy a beer, and they hand you about a litre can of fucking beer.
Everything's big.
Everything's big there.
The bill.
The bill's massive.
The Coke. You order a Coke over there. It's she's a fucking monster.
Yeah, big Coke, big gulp.
Cokes, big meals, big burgers,
Yeah,
big
everything.
people, big fat,
people.
unhealthy,
Big fat fuckers.
diabetic, sick people.
But yeah, I must admit there was good atmosphere in the crowd. You're watching the baseball, and
Yep.
I think it's changed a lot. There's not many tactics. Someone was saying there's not much tactics with the baseball now. It's either home run or fucking strikeout.
Yep.
There's no like bunting. There's no trying to get person from base to base. It's
No
just,
baby bunting.
No baby bunting, mate. No babies at all. But something that was good. This is something I noticed. They had the big screen going.
Oh yeah,
Big jumbotron.
I got to keep people entertained because
They
it's
do.
a fucking terrible sport.
And they just so before the game, they're going around the crowd, and guess who gets their mugs on the big screen?
Serious?
Yes.
Oh, kiss cam?
Hey, no, mate, I kissed the chick next to me. I'm like, I'm not kissing my wife. No. So I got on there, and I was sort of thinking, do you reckon, is there anything that brings someone out of a shit mood or makes change their persona than
I
seeing?
used to do a joke about
Oh,
it.
did you?
My festival show, the one I did in the city, I did every night, and I just couldn't get it to.
I thought, maybe we were thinking on the same level. Like,
Because my joke used to be, there's no bigger roller coaster of emotions than when you're at a live sporting event, your team's getting beaten, and then you see yourself on the big screen. And I used to act it out, and I'd be sitting there, and then you just go, and you just jump up, and then I go, I reckon you could, doesn't matter how bad your day's going, if you ever see yourself on a big screen, it's instant happiness. And I used to pretend I was reading someone's
obituary.
I was like, Darren was like a brother. And,
I thought it was good. See, I thought if someone's about to jump off a bridge or something, just video them on the West Gate or the Golden Gate, and just put a big fucking. So they're about, oh, my life's shit. My wife left me. I'm about to jump off the Golden Gate. Hey,
there we go.
I am.
There we go.
Guilty.
Yeah, it's good. One thing I do at the MCG, the Adelaide game, that's the Oblivious Cam. Have you seen Oblivious Cam?
Oh, is that where they get people who've got
no idea they're on? And they just got
it's not in the toilet, is it?
And this guy taking a shit. No. So they just go to some bloke that's just oblivious, and they've got the clock, and everyone goes 3, 4, 5, and they see how long it is before the guy looks up and just gives a thumbs up. And everyone's like, hey!
Yeah.
It's Oblivious Cam. Bit of fun.
There we go. So we're at the baseball. I'm not oblivious. I'm going nuts. I'm going crazy. And the game, good vibes. Chatted to a few of the locals there. Like, how often do you come to the... Because they play like 160 games of baseball a year.
And you can sense it. They just walk out like they're going to the pick, get the mail.
Yeah.
Some of them don't even... Some of them would play a game without breaking a sweat. Some would play a season without breaking a sweat.
Some of them like the action they get in a game would be like 10 seconds. They just swing the bat a few times, strike out, and if you're fielding and you don't get near the ball,
And they're all on about $100 million.
It's no wonder they can fucking play 160 games a year.
The only time they're sweating is when the
drug testers come in.
Yeah, they get the bloody medicals back from the doctors, the syphilis check, because I think they've got a fair few groupies on $100 million bucks.
Yeah, but
pregnancy tests.
Pregnancy
should have
tests.
said, yeah.
No, syphilis was good.
Yeah,
that was all right. But the sort of people who rake down the infield, like the sandy sort of part, they were good fun. They sort of did a bit of a dance. Like the YMCA was playing, and I go, are they sort of dancing? So they got the thing behind them dragging to flatten the sand of the, you know, where the diamond is?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're sort of putting their arms down like.
Everyone's an entertainer over there.
Yeah.
Like you'll just see a guy flipping burgers and you'll be flipping them up and making them spin, and everyone's got a...
It's all entertainment over there.
Entertainment.
So I'll post that on the Instagram.
Except for the sport.
Except for the baseball. So we got a big baseball listener, Nick Thomas. He's big on his baseball. So
sorry, Nick, I'm sure... does he play local baseball?
I think local, yeah.
Tell you what, the Major League's not great. Have you ever checked out any local baseball? She's hard to watch.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of oblivious cam there because the crowd. Well, there's no crowd.
There's no crowd.
So, anyway, so we do that, and we knocked down about 3 beers, which is technically about 6.
Yep.
By the time and we said, what we'll do if we finish early enough, we'll try to go back to the Comedy Cellar.
Yep.
We'll give it a go.
Take 2.
We'll give it a go.
Strike 2.
Strike 2, you're out.
Yep.
Strike 3, you're out. So we jump on the train and said, well, fuck it, let's go. We can make it to possibly catch the late show.
Yeah.
We'll have to go on the standby list. It's sold out, but hey, we did it last night.
Been there, done that.
We're an old hand at the old standby list.
Home run.
Anyway, so Kristen, though, it's a bit of a hike. You go from the Bronx down to sort of inner city New York. It's a big joint.
But it's all entertaining. Everything's new.
That's it. But Kristen, she's starting to, you know, as you at the comedy, the bladder's starting to fill up.
Okay.
So she's had a couple. She's had a few big vodka bombs. She's
Yep.
You know, she hasn't. Sometimes it goes to the head.
Okay.
With Kristen, so she's
I can't handle the piss. It's pretty rare you meet a girl and you're like, she's a.
If they outdrink you go hold on to her.
Yeah.
But it causes issues down the track if your missus is out drinking you. Anyway, so she jumps off the train, and like I said, we got no phone. We didn't have the SIM, US SIM.
Yep.
So she just takes off, and it's like a fucking maze, the old subway tunnel. She goes, I've got to go to the toilet. I said, well, wait up, and because I'm a bit banged up, I'm a bit boozed up, and she's boozed up, and she's off, and I go, where the fuck is she? Where's she gone? So she's up and about, and I finally make my way out of the subway. I can't see her anywhere. I go, oh God, where is she? Surely she's gone to the cellar though. To look, she's gone to the toilet, and then she's gone to the cellar.
Oh, so you've lost her.
I've lost her.
Okay.
I've lost her, but we're all heading for the same direction. We want to go to the comedy. She knows that.
Yeah.
So
and you don't sit with her at the comedy anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
But she's going to piss her pants, but she knows, while she's doing that, bloody go to the cellar.
Yeah.
So I find a little bit of Wi-Fi from a restaurant.
Floating around?
It was floating around, mate.
Yep.
I get a bit of Wi-Fi from the restaurant.
Yep.
And I just text. I said, I'll wait at the cellar. And she's a message comes through. Boop, boop.
I've pissed myself. I just shit my pants.
I've shit my pants.
Yep.
I've gone back home.
Yep.
To
Australia.
Jesus. This is divorce.
I've gone back to One Tree Hill.
There we go. I'm in Wilmington. Anyway, but she's in some Irish bar or something. So I go down. I see her there. She's got a glass of wine. She said, it's fucking horrible. But I had to buy the wine because I had to go to the toilet.
Yeah, they're funny like that over there.
Yeah, you got to do it. So she said, but what I did was, before I shit myself, I put her name on the standby list. I knew there was
While
shit was running down her legs, she said, Evan, you remember us from last night? Same guy. remember those crazy Aussies? Same, yep, put our names down. All right. So we go in there.
You had 2 months to get tickets. She had 2 seconds because she was about to shit herself, and she still managed to do it.
She managed to do it. So we're on the standby list again. We go over, we get in the standby list in the line.
Yep.
And we're a bit higher up this time. It's a late show. So we're like 4th or something. So I reckon there's a pretty good chance.
You're a shoo-in.
Pretty good chance. So everyone goes in. We walk back around. And bingo, bango, going down the list. Bang, 2 tickets next to each other.
What are you paying to go to that show?
That was like 15.
Yeah.
15. So
Take that.
That's good. That's good. So sitting next to each other. And maybe this is the time I didn't want to. So late show kicks off. Everyone's happening. And you start getting a bit of a vibe because I'm chatting to a couple. They were from Melbourne.
Yeah, oh, nice.
They go, oh, yeah, you big comedy fans? I said, no, not really. But, everyone says go to the Comedy Cellar. And, the late show, there's some good acts on, but they're doing some edgy material. And a bit of the crowd are like, ooh, ah. I'm like, oh, fucking, there's a shit crowd.
Yeah.
And a few of the comics are, they're feeling that. They're going, oh, you're a bit fucking uptight and whatever.
Yeah.
And anyway, about half an hour in, so this is about 12 o'clock at night, I'm sort of watching the comedy, and then I look over at Kristen, my beautiful wife, and she's...
shit herself again?
No, she hasn't shit herself, but she's asleep.
Okay.
She's fucking head in hands, just snoozing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, it's been a big day at the baseball.
Yep, so you better drink her drinks. She's not drinking her 3-drink quota.
What she did is she fucking ordered a bottle of champagne. I'm like, what? I do not need a bottle of champagne. So she's had half a glass, then passed out. And now I'm thinking, I'm not going to wake her.
No.
You are packed in like sardines. So
So
I drink 3/4 a bottle of wine.
Yep.
I see Dave Attell, and the show goes a bit late. It runs for about 2.5 hours, like this story.
She's having a great kip.
She's having a ripper. I go, and she's sort of doing that thing where the people next to us are sort of looking, and I'm like, nah, don't wake her, just let her. And she's sort of laying back, and some people are sort of. She leans back at one stage, and the people behind, what's going on here? I said, sorry, that's my wife.
She's a mess.
Don't wake her up.
She's a doctor.
She's been to the baseball.
People's lives are in her hands on occasions.
Yeah,
not tonight.
Not tonight. Thank fuck. So it gets to about 2:30. Show finishes, and people are filing out.
Yeah.
The wait staff. She all right? Yeah, she's fine.
I'm not giving you the hurry up.
Not giving you the hurry up.
The time.
So. And when she comes out of this sort of comatose state, she's a bit like, what happened? I said, babe, it's all right. You fell asleep for about 2 hours, but we're all good.
Yep.
We're at the Comedy Cellar. You've got shit running down your leg, but
you've pissed a lot of people off.
We've
got to go.
I don't think we're coming back to the Comedy Cellar anytime soon. Okay? But anyway, people are filing out. I thought, I'm busting. I've got to go to the toilet. Whatever you do, don't move. Okay.
Yep.
Now it's sort of like talking to smackies where they sort of they're in their own little world.
It's a horrible feeling when you're numb and
you've been asleep. You're pissed. You're maybe a bit. She knows where she is, but she's a bit unfamiliar. But the functions, you definitely want to do any doctor stuff at this stage. She's a bit all over the joint.
No.
Yeah. So I said, whatever you do, stay there. I've just got to go to the toilet. So I go to the toilet. And it's one of those long, this is a big build-up piss. So I'm in there for a while. I come back. No one's in the Comedy Cellar. Nobody. I walk out. It's just staff picking up glasses. And I go, what the fuck? I go to where she's meant to be. She's not there.
She's gone.
And I'm like, fuck me. She's done a runner. Where is she? So now I'm panicking again.
It's New York City.
It's New York City. I run up the stairs. I'm running around the streets, around the cellar. Kristen, I run down to the subway, which is maybe, 200 metres. I'm looking down. I quickly run onto some platform. Like, where the fuck is she? I'm trying to get reception from this restaurant where it was floating around before.
Because they're not pissed as often as blokes. They lose their fucking mind.
Oh, they lose their marbles. And I said, just stay there. I should have chained her to the table. She's not there.
She hasn't moved for 3 hours.
She hasn't moved.
You ask her to stay in one spot and she does the fucking Bolt.
She goes and runs a marathon. She's done the Usain Bolt. And I'm like, what the fuck? So by this stage, I'm 20 minutes, I reckon, I'm looking around. I go, she's not there. But would she have? And then I'm thinking, maybe she's gone to the toilet.
Back at the club.
Back at the club.
Should have checked there first.
I'm back at the Comedy Cellar. I'm knocking on the door because it is closed now. Like, there's people, the staff are in there. I'm like, I'm pretty pissed. I'm pretty banged up. I've had a few beers. I've had a bloody bottle of shit.
Surely they've checked the dunnies.
Well, they 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
they don't really give a fuck. They're a bit over it by now.
Yeah,
yeah. They've had people coming up asking for tickets. Anyway, so they open up. I go, sorry guys, mate. I think my wife might be in the toilet. Can I go check if my wife is in there? So I go in. I open. It's down there now. Now I'm walking into the women's toilets. I go, this feels arousing. But and then I look at the cubicle. I can see her feet. I go, babe, what's going on? And by this, she is not making any. She goes, whoa, what's going on? I said, babe, I told you to bloody stay still. What are you doing? And now I'm like, you got to get out. The club's been closed for about 20 minutes. She goes, oh. And I'm like, oh, my God. So now I'm waiting around. She goes, I'll finish up. I don't know what she was doing in there. Maybe clean up the shit off her leg from the first time.
Yep.
But anyway, so she comes out. And now we're sort of, she's wonky. I get her up the stairs, and now we're in New York. And
it's a nightmare. It's like you're on a night out and someone said, mate, can you just hold this 65-kilo bag of potatoes and take it home with you?
And you got to go on the subway. Drag it. You got to drag
and everyone thinks you've date raped her.
I know, and yeah.
So you sort of go, hey, she's my missus. Look at the ring.
She's my wife. Yeah, I didn't realise I had to take my wedding certificate with me on fucking holidays. But,
no.
So now she's a bit wonky, and she has a spew in the garden, and she's still a bit, at this stage, she's saying that what? You didn't even look for me. I said, all I've done is fucking look for you.
City.
I've looked. I've been to New York. I've been to the Bronx. I've been to Queens. I'm in the West Village. I'm in the East Village. I'm in A Village. So now and then all of a sudden, it's like she got a second wind. She's just fucking all over the job. We're going home. I said, fucking, I would like to go home a while ago.
Yep.
But she's run down onto the subway, and I've got, at this stage, there's no one really on the street except fucking homeless people. A bloke comes up, he goes, mate, you want to buy some Coke? I said, fucking.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. I need something to pep up. But no, so this homeless bloke, as I run into the subway, I'm trying to fucking find her. He's rattling this tin. He's like,
yep.
Mate, I need some help. I said, fucking so do I, mate. Have you seen me wife? Where is she? So we finally find her onto this platform, and we get onto the platform like, stay still. Shh, don't move. And finally get her onto the train. Sit her down in the seat. She passes out.
Yeah.
And then we end up getting the train back to near Madison Square Garden where we're staying. I pick her up. I slowly get her and we roll into bed at about 3:30 in the morning.
And make sweet love.
Oh, there was no love making, mate.
No love.
Oh, I was just threw her in the bed. She was out, and that was a game, set, match.
That was it.
Game, set, match.
Love is beautiful.
Yeah,
love is blind.
Love is
she was blind.
She was blind. And
yeah, blind and love is.
They talk about true love. Like, that is true love. Like, you're just trying to get someone pissed who just no comprehension of what is going on, and just literally, she's like, "What's going on? You didn't even look for me." I go.
Yeah, to be a man with a short memory. If a guy was to really hold a grudge. The amount of times I know Tam has struggled to get me home when I'm throwing up, and be a hard man to hold that against her.
Yeah,
because I think most times it's the guy that has too many.
Yeah, that's right.
It's fair to say.
Yeah, so that was all good. The next night I went to the New York Comedy Club, and that's where Norman performed.
So we get to that next week.
Yeah,
we're at an hour 13.
Oh,
we're going to play basketball.
Yeah, we're going to play basketball.
So we're doing it tomorrow. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow.
How can we
So
leave
it's
your
good.
Norman tool?
Yeah, it's not much. So I'll mention it tomorrow. But yeah, that was that was New York.
That's it. That's a
that
hell
was,
of a
crazy and scary times in the West Village.
It's a big city. It's a wild city.
It's crazy.
And it's funny. You spend. You read the travel guide and you have your bum bag and you make sure you look around and you got your back to the wall in the subway and you do everything right. You don't go to bad areas. You have a few beers. You're fucking running around with money strapped to you. You're blowing bloody drug dealers for a gram of coke. You're fucking injecting in the...
Mate, there were homeless people running away from her.
Yeah.
She was fucking going, "Wee, I don't want to go near this crazy bitch."
Yeah.
She was fucking
and nothing
mental.
ever happens to you. So nothing's going to happen to you when you... I reckon it's like they're saying...
It's like you're out crazy, the fucking crazies.
Yeah.
Like the homeless people, like she was fucking mental. And
Yeah, I'm not...
Yeah.
Yeah, they're worried.
all the homeless are going, "Fuck, I thought I had issues."
Yeah, this is...
But, we got our own
life's
stuff.
not going
got
so
our own
bad.
stuff. But anyway, so jump on the Instagram, get on the YouTube, jump on the Patreon.
Get on the Patreon. We've got
pop-
something coming up on the
We've got some
Patreon.
stuff coming up on the Patreon. So
Got Tommy Time coming up.
Tommy Time. That's
Yeah.
what I want to hear.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's, yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna play, and we'll probably reminisce about how we'll probably play basketball tonight.
Yeah, we're playing
Tear a
basketball, filling
hamstring.
in tonight. I've got a size extra large shorts and singlet, so I'm looking forward to looking like a 8-year-old wearing his dad's get-up.
Like the and one gear.
Yeah, geez, yeah.
Yeah. So hey, thanks for tuning in. Tell your mates about it. Get around it. It's another episode of Good Banter.
Oh,
Good banter. That's a good banter.